Rahubat. My name is Dr. Valen Christie. I've been a student of the Grand Master, Dr. Malachi Z. York, for 10 years. And in those 10 years, I've been exposed to nothing but undisputable truth, from the Nuwaubian Islamic Hebrews, to the Ansar Allah community, to the Holy Tabernacle Ministries, to the ancient and mystical order of Malachi Zadok. I've been through all the schools of higher learning. And now, I'd like to introduce the man of our time, the Grand Master, Dr. Malachi Z. York.
Of 1996, Farrakhan had a speech. He was speaking about how the Quran and the Bible wasn't the last book.
Yeah, we had that. That's right. That's the book. That tape we sent out right before the Holy Tablet. Yeah, so he couldn't get out. He did it again to himself, and not negatively. I mean, I'm hoping that he's beginning to see how the ancient ones are working with us. Because in the postgraduate and the Sheikh Dawood versus Fard, we put a picture of him in the decorative hat with the upright crescent and the six-pointed star, right, on it to show that he wore it. And unbeknown to him, he did a Savior's Day not on the 26th or February 26th, which is not the Prophet Muhammad's supposed birthday, but rather on the 23rd, before the book is out. And he appears with the six-pointed star crescent. Now, never in the history of the fruit of Islam have they ever wore green outfits. Never. Their color is blue, according to the teachers of Al-Mullah. He talked about the blue uniform, but he corrected, because at one point he spoke about the sky being blue and being an illusion. But he said, but the I and FOI wear blue suits, and he left it. And you can read that in the book, the two books we put out in Theology of God. It's in there. But never, there's no green in their color. However, Gaddafi put out what's called the Green Book a long time ago. Saudi Arabia's flag is green. You know what I'm saying? And of course, Nebi Khidr, or El Khidr, or Meli Sadak as it's called, also is known as the Green Book. Farrakhan had on a suit, the same as the suit I had on when I came here, with the gold buttons and the makeup, the whole bit. Now the main thing is, we all haven't heard it, I think you should get it. Because if you really listen to what he's saying, and I think got it to me yesterday, right? Your voice to me, and I listened to it last night. If you really listen to what he's saying, he said, and I repeat, and it's for him and his father, this is going on there, he said that Allah was created in triple darkness. There ain't nothing to worry about. That's better. He said, when you're outside at night, that's not darkness, that's the shadow. Literally, no two ways about it. He said, that's an illusion, that's not real, that's the shadow. The real darkness is inside the womb where people are conceived. You follow that? He said on that tape, if you're looking for a devil, stop looking outside there. You black people go look in a mirror, and then you'll see the devil. That's not a direct statement of black devil. There it is. I ain't finished. You get the tape you hear. He also says on that tape, at that lecture, he says that it's Muslims and Islam, and he says they might not want to be called Mohammedism, but they are Mohammedism. You follow? And he says Muslims, Christians, and Jews, give up those names, because that's what's dividing and destroying us. He said religion is destroying us. He said the real religion of God is obedience. That's our doctrine. And that all of y'all are God. And then he proceeded to say, is it not written in the law? I said, so, in my view, or my point of view, right, I don't see it as a negative case. I'm quite impressed by it. And everything he talked about on that tape, up until when he gets to his wanting you to worship some kind of God, and I'll touch on that too. I'm fine with everything else. He got my back in 360 on it. As far as Reverend Chavez, or what's his name? Coming over, it was after money embezzlement and after female harassment charges in the Christian church. So it's not an impressive move. If someone came over to me carrying that with them, I wouldn't put them on the podium that way. Therefore, I investigate the realities of it. So, Tyler becoming, joining the Nation of Islam doesn't make them look good. If you would have did that with a clean track record, a fire and brimstone preacher, they would have something, to applaud about. But he just came out of an unsettled case of female harassment as a minister and money loss, I think $230,000. If that was me, that'd be all over the place.
Right.
If I'm going to say so, that don't impress me the least. You know what I'm saying? Mainly about the lecture is don't buy the hype. That was all hype. All the screaming and the yelling was hype. Because when you shave away all the hype and all that synthetic support, you get right back down to he said nothing that I didn't say before him. That I didn't say. Malcolm didn't say. Nuwaubian didn't say. It had nothing new to say. And that's the test of the time. We're in a new day and time, so in a new day and time, have something new to say. You cannot expect to bring people out of a bad condition with the same bad information. The information has got to upgrade itself in order for you to upgrade the people. And Nuwaubian, as the prophet, had a point, it made sense, and it lifted them to a certain level. Honorable Elijah Muhammad had a point, it made sense for that day and time, and it lifted them to a certain amount of level. You know what I'm saying? Even Clarence 37, you got it now, don't you? 37, he had it and he lifted them up. But now what? We'll still talk the same stuff? So, and it's obvious, because he says that there's no racism, it ain't about people's color, it's about, he said, our doctrine. Right. He even said, get away from that God thing. And when he started explaining God, and I like to comment if you go and get the tape, he didn't talk about Farad at all on Farad's birthday. Elijah Muhammad's son, Ishmael, Sinaiah's son, he did a Farad thing. Other ministers did it when they got up there one by one, but he didn't. He did not give Farad no prize. Because I know he's smart enough to know you can't get around those books to talk. He's going to have to answer a question and can't. And all the people sitting there had their books in the back of their mind. Not that everybody in their audience got it, but some of them I ain't reading that garbage. But the ones that want the truth will sit there and they will listen with those two books in their mind. And two more is coming out. And therefore, I think it's very wise to create this type. To put back on that garb that you saw me put on them things, and dress like me. Your mother had to wear that upright 6-pointed star crescent when according to the Nation of Islam, it was supposed to represent a certain phase of the moon. And that phase of the moon is supposed to be what they refer to as the new moon, this way. And they were differentiating their crescent and their star, you can tell you, that's why in the Nation of Islam, from that which Nuwaubian brought out, which was there. And they could say, well, his represented years ago, his represented the setting, and ours represented the new. But they didn't have back then a moon like this. They didn't have that. That is not in your book, the upright crescent. I brought the upright crescent into existence before nature brought it into existence. Saw an upright crescent until after 1970. There's no book, not in your school book, nowhere have they ever saw that. Now, every month there's room for the new upright crescent. Because this is now. And now is then. You understand why now is talking about now is then? Now is then. But when you say then, it could be then behind you, then and forward, or then the moment. And that's the stuff that's past, and this is the stuff that we have past here. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's the day we have. So there's no reason for Minister Louis Farrakhan to wear an upright crescent that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad never wore. And then say you follow the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. If you follow the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, then you walk in his steps, and you do what he does. And you dress the way he dressed. And you shave your mustache or shave it off or trim it up to be like him. If you follow him, because you see him like the so-called Sunnah as the best example. The Sunni Muslims, those that are wise, try to emulate Rasulullah Muhammad of 1400 years ago to the letter. And they call that following his sunnah, or his way of doing things. So now how are you going to be a follower of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and following my sunnah? But I was upright crescent. And on that green hat, my color, you had a 6-point star. You can see it just as clear as day because whoever was on the camera might have been one of our followers. But he zoomed in right on his face. And you can see where they put the 6 points on it, not 5. That is not the symbol on your book. That is not the symbol on your in the lesson. That is not your national, not your flag, not your pendant. That is known as our symbol. And everybody knows. You know why they know it? Because they never saw what they refer to as a Jewish star and a Muslim crescent. They never saw it before. The high-ranking Freemasons saw it, and they would approach you on the street and ask you, do you know what that means?
That's right.
And you say, you? And walk on about your business, but they and no one else ever introduced the 6-pointed star and upright crescent to Nubians until 1970 when I presented it to the world as a sign of the ever-living, the true and living God. And they look in the books and they look like and say, this is a symbol of the true and living. Now leave the God out. Because I wasn't taking the position until the time was right. And when I say true and living God, I mean, like the brother said, you can walk up to your God and talk to him. You walk up to him and I got a question for you, God. They can't do it. They can't walk up to Quran, they can't walk up to Clarence, they can't walk up to none of them. You understand? And if I move on to the next life, then another God steps in place. No such thing like nobody's coming after me because I'm so great, nobody can succeed me. That's not how it works with us. When one Pharaoh steps down, another Pharaoh comes in. That's all God means is Pharaoh. But when we make the declaration that we're God, what upsets you fools is you keep on taking our definition all the way from the Ansar of our community. I would tell y'all, stop judging my religion by your religion. Stop judging my interpretation by yours. You stop reading into our book and think you know what we're talking about, fool, instead of just asking me. We say, God, we ain't talking about your God. Your God is, I said, it's a whim. I'm talking about when you look back at Sumeria and you see those deities on the wall, they were God. When you look back in Egypt, you see the deity on the wall, they are God. That's the kind of God I am. That's the kind of God I'm looking at. And that's the kind of God y'all forgot your word. And that's what they want to make you think when they say that's idol worship. And don't even define the word idol. What is an idol? The word they use in Arabic is mithla, like. They don't even have a word for it. Mithla is the root word for idol. What is it? If you idolize somebody, then doggone it, Master Prophet Muhammad and Elijah Muhammad are idols because you all idolize them. You have big old picture on the wall, bigger than life. So if you take this out of proportion of life, if you made it 1 inch larger than him, then you have now taken it and expanded God. So what's the problem? We don't have no problem with you calling on Elijah Muhammad God. We know he's God. Right. We have a problem with you trying to make us worship a proof. Something you cannot prove. Or we don't have a problem respecting Clarence 37 or 13, whatever you want to call that. But we're not going to worship the dead. You don't worship the dead. You respect the dead. You honor the dead. And only those dead people that did something is entitled to respect and honor. That's right. Those that haven't, they're buried with respect and honor, and everything about them is buried. Yeah. But those who have done something and made a mark, have affected our lives, we respect them. We respect the Mahdi, alayhi salam. And always will. That's right. Our Mahdi. If y'all don't want to be your Mahdi, then he's our Mahdi. You put him in our bag with the rest of our stuff. Y'all want some Gulama Asif from Pakistan? That's your Mahdi. That's fine. Y'all want Master Prophet Muhammad call your Mahdi? That's your Mahdi. That's fine. Why we all can't have our own Mahdis? We all got our own shoes on. My foot ain't the same size as yours. And as long as we don't stand toe to toe, we ain't got no problem. And we obviously, y'all don't want to stand toe to toe with me on which Mahdi is right. But I wrote a whole book on how my Mahdi is a true Mahdi. I can see y'all. I had to write a book on yours because you won't. You know what I'm saying? So that's the bottom line. Is that we are God, and we're reflections of God, and we're in the image of God, and in the likeness of God. If that bothers you, then hey, you just got to live with your problem. Toothache, come and go. Get it cured. Get the cavity dug out. Get it shot. But do something. But don't interfere with me and don't try to get me because you can't explain to me your food and you got a toothache anyway. I know you got a toothache. By toothache, I mean I know there's stress in what you're teaching because I can see it in your eyes. I can see the lack of confidence while I watch that tape. I don't watch their tape to watch their mouth. I watch their tape and while their mouth is moving, that sound is coming out. I want to see if they really accept what they're saying. If they know what they're saying. And anytime anybody starts talking about God, they don't know what they're saying because they cannot prove it. If I talk about a car, I can prove it. If I talk about this I can prove it. If I talk about the compass and the square, the actual compass and the square, the actual the actual car, I can prove it or take you to one. And if I can't, I'll make one. Those are principles of being confident and being in truth and being right. Right. But not when I start trying to convince you that you are wrong if you don't believe in some unseen God. And give you a complex and try to make you feel guiltier because you're the kind of person that says, I don't mind, you look good feeling that way. But I'm the type of man that wants to know. That may, I'm a different kind of being. You can call me the devil, you can call me anything to make you feel comfortable because I want to know. I just want to know. Is there anything wrong with that now? You talk to me about Allah. Tell me about Allah. Can you explain this thing to me? Don't say God the creator. Forget all that. And the worst thing you can do is run over to the Quran, a book written by mortals, if not written by mortals, recorded by mortals, stored in the subconscious or conscious mind of mortals and human beings who are all imperfect, like you said, a wobbling planet, a wobbling mind. Your mother ain't going to go to the Quran and say, listen, the Quran says, Allah said. Of course. The Quran was written for people like you that want to use the word Allah. Of course the Quran is going to back up Islam. You go to Jehovah's Witnesses, they do the same thing. They got a whole bunch of books that back up Jehovah's Witnesses junk. What about the universal truth? The universal truth would be to strip the name Allah and tell me the meaning of it. And your scholars can't even do that. El-Ilah or El-Lahu or they don't even know what it means. You asked one the other day, some 5%, I believe in Allah. What does Allah mean? He said, huh? The word, not the attribute, the word itself. That being attributed to the being, of course, the source, the person, or whatever, or the box of cookies. Whatever it is that you're calling Allah. What does the word first mean? They can't tell you. Muslims are listening to Allah and say, what does Allah mean? The God. What happens if the Germans never created the word God or good? Then what would you say it means? The Dutch, the French, the Dios, the Spanish? What would you say, man, that we didn't need all these other languages? Drop everybody else's language, brother, and tell me what Allah means. Now, what would happen is, if he could speak the Arabic language, he would start giving you a commentary of Allah in Arabic. That's the only way you can explain Allah. Because Allah is an Arabic word. You can't explain Allah in Arabic word in English. You would be translating. The bottom is you'd be moving away, you'd be going away from it, transit authority, understand? You'd be going away from it because you cannot capture the actual meaning. You follow? So now don't be trying to hold me in and make you think if a person don't believe in God and they're a devil. The person don't believe in God, brother, don't believe in the devil either. Don't understand that? They come together. Because you wouldn't even know there was a God unless there was a devil. Because there'd be no purpose for your God if there was no devil. So y'all need the devil as bad as y'all need your God. Because what would a religion be without the devil? What would be the purpose of Islam if there was no shaitan? What would be the purpose of Judaism if there was no Hasatan? What would be the purpose of Christianity if there was no dragon? You follow, so you ask the Muslims, do y'all need the devil? You better have the devil, because if you don't, you have to close your mouth and stop Mecca. Because the whole purpose of going to Mecca is to A'udhu Billahi Minash Shaitanir Rajeem. So Shaitan in everything you say. In your salah, you're praising Shaitan. When you eat, you're praising Shaitan. I don't want Shaitan to take my food. You know? Not only we don't say God is a wimp only, God and the devil is a wimp. That's a wimp club. and all these fools, they get locked in one world ideology and think you got a monopoly on the whole world. Got a big problem. Meaning, Islam, Judaism, and Christianity is nothing but one ideology on the planet. You don't know nothing about the depths of Hinduism, Buddhism, and Zoroastrianism, and a million other philosophies or doctrines or religions. It don't have nothing to do with your concept of belief. You only sound powerful because you're in a country that was owned and ruled and lived on by a group of people called Washata or Tulips from the ancient Olmecs, who did not believe in that God, and the Christian concept came over here with, people who were Portuguese brought the Christian doctrine over here and spread it there, and then later on, Judaism came over here, and then later on, Islam came over here, but the indigenous people of this land, the natives of what they call Americans, didn't know nothing about your God, and got wreckage that the Olmec was existing 900 years before Christ. Here, right on this land in America, 900 years before Christ, they're digging up heads right now in Mexico, called Amaxaman. And there they find traces of a people that look just like you. Before the year 570, when Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam was born. Before Jesus was born. You understand that? We got a life and a culture that goes back way before that. We were called Moors by race way before Moor was synonymous with Muslim. They were Moors before they were Muslims. They were called Morenos before Muhammad was even born. Or Moor, the French way, before Muhammad was born. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere along the line, Islam bit its way into Moor. And now you got a bunch of people walking around saying, I'm a Moorish scientist, and raising their hand for Islam. Don't realize that Islam is taking away from the greatness of being a Moor, because Islam was born in Arabia amongst Hindus and Turks calling themselves Arabs. That's right. And there was no Middle East. Look at the map again, and then say Middle East. I show it also. Say it. Now, don't say the word. Think about Middle East. Where is it at? You do it. Go to a blackboard anywhere and do this, make a comment, and put Middle East here, right? How? How can it be a Middle East? If this is west, and this is east, and this is north, and this is south, how can this be the Middle East? Now, we know of a thing called the Far East. That's the Far East. This would be the far west. This would be the far north. And this would be as far south as you can go. As far west as you can go. As far east. But there's no such thing as a Middle East. There's no such thing as an Arab with natural roots. You will not trace Arab to natural roots. You'll trace the people back to a man called Joktan, which will go back to Hebrew. But you will not find Arab as a race. The word automobile means automobile. And the word with Arab means to roam about, to move. You know what I'm saying? They don't exist. There was no such thing as Saudi Arabia. That oil over there is ours. Our land extends from California to where? The Persian Gulf. There was no split. There was no Red or Reed Sea. That's a natural threat. The Atlantic Ocean did not exist. I showed all that back in the notebook. All those pieces fit right back in, straight on down through South America. There's no such place as Puerto Rico. That just means that when they got there, he said, that's the richest port I've ever seen. So how now are you going to say that Puerto Ricans are poor people, and Puerto Ricans are minorities, and Puerto Ricans don't have nothing? And when you say Puerto Ricans, you're saying they're rich. Simon Amorite says, you Puerto Ricans, he's saying, you people from that rich port. Right. You say, well, what happened to the riches? What happened to the people of the port? I tell you what happened to it. They took it. Fake Puerto Ricans, Spaniards, Spartans took the image of the Moors. Because we had Moors in Morocco, Moors in Spain, Moors in France, Moors all across Europe. Moor was what they called you by race. That had nothing to do with being Nubian, had nothing to do with being Muslim or Hebrew. Moor described your race, Morenos, blacks. People from that black soil. Quran says it. Man was created from the dust of the ground. So every time they try to change the meaning of Nubian, and say, well, Aswan, from the word Aswan, black, does not have anything to do with the people there. It has to do with the soil of that place. Well, fine, because the people in that place who walked in that place 5.1 billion years ago walked alongside of dinosaurs in that place and left their footprint in that soil. And if your doctrine, meaning the Torah and the Quran and the New Testament is right, that man was shaped from the dust of the ground, then it was the black dirt of Aswan and shaped the skin of the man anyway, so it still covers the man. You are Moors. The Moorish Science Temple is relating to it from a Islamic standpoint of view, from a Moroccan standpoint of view. Bringing out a Moroccan flag, not a Moorish flag. You with me? The Moroccan flag is red with a green star of Solomon. The sacred seal of Solomon came into Morocco by way of France. That's where the word Moor, M-O-O-R, comes from. That's the French way, Moor. You don't know what they were called in their language. Because if I walk up to you and you're from the Moorish Science Temple of America, whatever nicknames you done added on and changed into, which is your prerogative, and ask you to speak the language you spoke when you was a Almac, or speak the language you spoke when you was a Washita, or speak the language you spoke as a tunic, you can. And Arabic is not that old. Arabic goes back again into biblical languages. Arabic again goes back into Genesis 10. And we know that that is 2 verses away, or 2 chapters away from the Imai Elish. Genesis 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 give you the Imai Elish, and then what they call the most eloquent writing, the Gilgamesh epics, which covers the Noah's flood, which is from the Vishnu. And then you got over 7, 8, 9, 10, and then you start talking about Hebrew, Arabic, Aramic, Akkadian, and then you got to get into 11, you start talking about Chaldean, and not once will mention Arabic. But Arabic is a dialect of Ashuric. You know? So y'all got to get that back too. But that's a Jewish star on there. The 6-pointed star ain't no Jewish star. Someone lied to y'all. And you lied to yourself. Because you told me that David was a Muslim. You said Dawood in the Quran was a... So now Dawood is a Muslim when you saw a brother from Ansarullah with a 6-pointed star and crescent on his hat. And that star is known as what? Morgan? The Star of David. And why would you tell an Ansar, why are you wearing a Jewish star? That was a confession that David was not a Muslim. Plus, nowhere in the books of the Old Testament does David ever refer to himself as a Muslim. Now you say, well, Abraham named you Muslim. That's Quranic again. That came up between the years 610 and 631, was Muhammad died in 632. You cannot go to a new book and tell me about old things unless you tell me this book is an old book being retranslated. But you're not saying that about the Quran. You're saying it's a final revelation, something revealed for the first time, when 99% of it is obviously not the first time here. Everything from prayer, walking, talking, eating, and sacrificing, and circumcision, and everything else was taken out of the Torah. But because you claim that it wasn't, and that this is a revelation to Muhammad from cover to cover, and you put yourself in a bad way. Because you got to then show me, not in the Quran, show me in the Tanakh, in the Torah where Abraham calls himself a Muslim. Show me in the Torah where Moses calls himself a Muslim. And if you say, well, shalom is the same as salam, then why did y'all create salam if shalom already existed? Shalom Aleichem was good enough. And let me talk about that 1 second. But they didn't even know this. Well, I'm tired of hearing it. What does assalamu alaikum mean? What does it mean? No, it doesn't. The word alay means what? On. Alaykum means on you all. Alay is not through you. It's not in you. It's on you the way that tarbush or that tawiyah or that imma is on your head. Listen close. It was simple, but it was tricky. Some demon got it and did it again. You understand? Yeah. If I say to you, salam, peace, alaykum, I'm saying peace on you. I'm not wishing you peace. I'm not saying peace through you. The peace is not feed, developed in your heart. It's just not in your body. The ras is not in your head. It's island ras. Island just on the body. So when Muslims greet each other, it's a subtle trick. That's why I got shalom out of it. Rahu back in. Because I tell you, assalamu alaikum. The peace be on you. You don't need peace on you. You need to be in a peaceful state. Wa alaikum salam. And on you peace. Or ma salam. With you peace. With, like with ma in Arabic is not with like in your character. That's anger. That's with like to accompany you somewhere. May peace walk beside you. Maybe that's why so many of y'all get hit by a car. Because you get hit and the peace gets away. From the renewal. We have not heard that in 1400 years. How come nobody in all Islam has stood up and said, you know, assalamu alaikum does not really mean anything. It's to help you. It just means peace be on you, on top of you. Like I put a glass on a Tabernacle table. I put a book on a desk out of Mexico. Is that real? And I put the print on the book, it would only be on the cover. So you could, if you say, and I love the Quran, the truth is on the Quran, you would not be saying the Quran has any truth. Alright? Now if you read the Baqarah again, the first couple of verses, you're going to see that Allah will be in. A seal on their hearts, but they translated it in. Deception, hype. Everybody knew we were coming. Right. Nobody knew when. Everybody knew this day and time was coming. They were calculating and we were calculating. And we're the best calculators. Because we have worked it out. So that is not no Moorish flag. That is a Moroccan flag. Unless the Moors they're talking about are Moors that fall under the government of Morocco after the 17th century when that flag got there. And when Dus Ali, was teaching Nuwaubian Ali, Dus Ali was not using a Moroccan flag. Because also Marcus Moses Garvey was also taught by Dus Ali. And Marcus Moses Garvey introduced a red, black, and green, which was originally black, red, and green. The flag as found in the Sudan, the flag of the Mahdiya, with a spear and a crescent. That was the flag, black, red, and green. And all of your revolutionists throughout America, by whatever group or sect, are popping up the Mahdi flag and don't even know it. They got all these black monkeys, all these red, black, and green flags. All of this snatched off. The spear and crescent, which symbolize the warriors of the Hajjadawa tribe that came down from the north to defend Sudan from Lower Egypt, actually, because the Mahdi was from the Hajjadawa of the Nile, a place. That was a place. So if I'm called Nuwaubian, I'm named after the place. If I'm called Nuwaubian, I'm named after the place. But what am I by race? More. What is my nationality? More. If you're going to be anything, you're going to be an Afro-American, be a Moorish American. At least they got that far right, but they got to separate that doggone Islam from it. Because we go back before Islam. All the pharaohs were Moors. And if you go to Europe and you read in any of their books in Latin, you follow? And don't let them, we got to stop letting them call Moorish brothers Latinos who's not speaking Latin. We got to get away from that too. Got another one in Roman trip. Like Negra and Negro, which I showed y'all in the Bible. The Greeks were calling us Negroes. If all that, the Romans were calling us Morenos. Jesus was called Morenos. You know that in most Latino families, because the mind has been a mess with, the parents will tell them, don't be no lazy Moreno. That's right, and you're telling me. There ain't no different. Your mother saying, don't go hang out with them low like niggas. The same principle. But somewhere along the line, they made more synonymous with low life. So we got to reinstate that. But we got to make it clear to the Moorish Science Temple, we are your brothers, but only as far as the truth.